Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, my beautiful friends, my beautiful family on Facebook. I've missed everybody. I've missed you all. Get your friends and come. Let us look at why men are killing their wives or partner. That's what I'm coming to talk about. Why men come they kill their wife. You marry the woman, you say you like am. Why you can't they kill am now? What is the problem? Why men come they kill women? In Africa, in America, in UK, in India, in Caribbean, men are killing their women. What's the problem? What's up, guys? What's going on? Why are men killing their women? I beg, get your friend. Make you come, make we reason this case. Get your friends or get your families. Get your friends. Guys, get your friends. Come on, let's talk about this. Why are you killing your partner? This case is getting too much. Men are killing women. Why? The woman you love so much, you took her to the altar. Whether you took her to altar or wherever you found her and you said, we can stay together. Yeah, the Bible said Adam knew his wife and Eve, and Eve became Adam's wife. So why men are killing women? What's up? Why? The killing of women by their husband and partner is getting too much. It's not a case of Africans only. I want you to get your friends, get your family. Let us talk about this. Why are men killing their partners? I have statistics here in front of me, so I'm not going to be talking from my head, even though I will share my own experience of what I know, what I saw, what I've seen. Men are killing women every day. Why? So I have my statistics here from 2018, and I got these statistics from BBC News. So the women killed on one day around the world are numerous. Why men are killing women? What is the problem? On average, 137 women across the world are killed by the partner or husband or a family member of the husband every day. And that data I'm just saying was reported by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime have reported that 137 women across the world are killed every day by their husband or by their partner or by their family member. Why are men killing their partner? I say this because it is increasing. The statistics I have here from BBC, it shows that, and if you ask me why I am doing this, I'll tell you later. It says that more than half of 87,000 women were killed in 2017. They all died in the hands of their closest partner. They died in the hands of their husband. 87,000 women were killed in 2017, and they died in the hands of their partners. Women are suffering and smiling. Men, what exactly is the problem that a man will kill his wife? Please drop me the comment on the box. Why do you think this is happening? I have some reason which is not founded on research, but is what I know that could be the cause that men are killing their partners. And also, it also says that approximately 30,000 women are killed by an intimate partner, and another 20,000 are killed by husband's relative or partner's relative or husband's family. And most especially, this happen more in Africa. Why are men killing their partners? That is the problem. That is what we are going to be talking about. But before we look at those things, and remember, the statistics I'm giving to you is from United Nations and it's very factual. But what I'm going to be talking about, the reason for men killing their women, that would not be based on research evidence. That would be based on my own onions, my own personal opinion. So more than half of women are killed everywhere, globally. So it's not a case of Africa. Globally, men are killing their female partners. All right, let us look at it. 58% of women who are married died. 58% of women who are married died in the hands of their partner. They were killed by their partner, and they were also killed by a family member of their partner. So this is a very serious case. Estimated breakdown of female homicide globally, this statistics was the 2017, is increasing. Okay, so I'm talking about why that women being murdered is increasing, and I also look at why, but just hear the breakdown. Okay, so, and in Kenya, a lady called Judith Chesang, age 22, in Kenya, was murdered by her partner while she was in the farm harvesting cassava. The partner, the husband, went and killed her. What could cause this? If you are out there, you know how to research, please can you help to do the research why men are killing their wives or their women, or why men are killing their partners? You know, when people are in intimate relationship, why are they killing them? Okay, women in Africa are most at risk. Rate of women killed by their partner or family member of the partner per 1,000 population increase more in Africa. So we have 80% of African men are likely to beat and kill their wives. So if 80% of African men are likely to be violent, beat, and sometimes they kill their wives, so the only good men in Africa is 20%. And when we are talking about Africans here, is Africans in diaspora and also back home. So which means that in 100% of men in Africa, only 20% of them are men that have their heads stable. Because the men that kill their wives and beat them up and violent and domestic violence, abusing the woman, Oga, your head is not stable. You're not, don't come out. Go fix them. Because if you have a stable head, stable mind, you're not supposed to beat your wife, because you know that your wife is you and you are your wife. You have the same. The Bible says in Genesis 2:24, two of you are one. 1 + 1 is 1. So only 20% of African men understand this fact of 1 + 1 = 1. That biblical mathematics. 80% of African men, research shows that they are violent to their partners, they are violent to their wives, and they end up killing them. Okay? So I have a graph here. It says rate of women killed by partner or family member per 1,000 population. Africa, 3.1. 3.1, that is 3,000 women are killed every year in Africa. 3,000 women are killed in Africa every year from their husband, from their partner. In America, 1,600 are killed by their partner, right? In Oceania, 1,300. In Asia, 900. In Europe, 700. So what it means there is that you can see if they kill 3,000 women in Africa in 1 year, how much or how many women are left? And remember, Africans are spread all across the world. So African men are most violent in the whole world. That is a very strong point. Where is this violence from African men? Where do they get it from? Do they get it? Where do they get this violence? Is it a genetic factor? Is it a genetic factor? Is it a family, hereditary from parents? Or is it environmental influence? Is it poverty? In fact, what is making African men to be so violent? That is for you to research. Seriously. Because this has got to stop. Women are not to be abused. You cannot just see a woman, you say, I love you, you marry her. How then is that woman becoming your enemy? How on earth you turn that woman to your punching bag and then murdered her? Okay. So this lady again, let's look at her. She is only 18 from India. From India. So now we talk about BAME, Black Asian Minority Ethnic Group. So which is the black and the Asia are in the same category of murdering their wives. Okay? So this lady is called Neha Chowdhury, age 18, from India. So Neha died in suspected killing on her 18th birthday. She's been going out with her boyfriend, and police confirmed to BBC that her boyfriend, that her parents did not approve of the relationship between Neha and her boyfriend. So because her parents did not approve of the relationship between Neha and her boyfriend, so the boyfriend don't want to lose her to another man. So you don't want to lose the woman. So like what they say, if I don't get you, nobody else can get you. So that is jealousy. So the boyfriend end up, so her parent and another male relative are accused of her killing. So her parent did not want her to get into a relationship with that guy, and then that guy killed her, you know. So which means that we are beginning to see why men kill women. So which means that if you're in a relationship with a woman and she wants to leave you, so you kill her because you don't want her to leave you. Whether it's boyfriend or husband and wife, can that be true? Can that be true? That if a woman left the partner, left her husband, she'll be killed because she has left or she's planning to leave. So if you think that you don't want your wife to leave you, so are you not supposed to be a nice person? Are you not supposed to be a good man? Are you not supposed to be nice to your wife? Are you not supposed to be responsible for her? Are you not supposed to make her feel comfortable in your home? If you feel that you don't want her to go, so that means that she's responsible. That means that you love her. That means that she means a lot to you. So why do you treat her like a piece of trash? Why? So because no woman is born to be dishonored by any man, and no woman is born to be bound into slavery relationship. If a relationship doesn't work, then, including myself, I can't stay and say I am praying for God to change it. I can stay outside and pray for the change. If the change happens, I go back. If it doesn't, then so be it. Because it's better to be safe than sorry. And some people will say, oh, why is she a Christian? She's saying that. Yes, I'm a Christian, I'm saying it. I don't approve of any woman remaining in an abusive relationship. If you're a woman and your husband is abusive to you, it's better for you to separate with such man. Because in the first place, you will not classify such a person as a believer. Because a man that is a believer will not treat you differently. He will love you and cherish you. So, this young lady left a relationship and was murdered by her boyfriend. Let's look at another person. This is from BBC. This beautiful Iranian lady, her name is Zainab, was executed by Iranian authorities for murdering her husband. So you can also see Zainab was born in northwest of Iran into a poor conservative family of Kurdish origin. She ran away as a teenager to marry in the hope of finding a better life. You know, Amnesty International says her husband was abusive and had refused to grant her a divorce, and that she complained and her complaints were ignored by the police. She was arrested for killing her husband at the age of 17. Her supporters, including the Amnesty, say she was tortured to confess to the killing of her husband, beaten by police, and did not receive a fair trial. So, which means she may not actually kill the man. Maybe it was in self-defense. So, this young lady, Zainab Sakavan, age 24, right, was apprehended by the police because of the alleged killing of her husband. But her statement is that her husband was abusive to her, and even when she wanted to divorce him, the man refused to grant her a divorce. So, which means that the man wanted her to remain in that marriage, get beaten up every day, get tortured every day, get abused every day, lower down her self-esteem, and make her feel as a nobody. But the lady tried to pick up herself and say, no, I can't remain in this relationship. And the man tried to kill her, and she ended up defending herself, and the man died. So why are men killing their wives? Insecurity. This lady again in Brazil, Sandra Lucia Hamamura, right? She was married at age 16. The couple had been separated for 5 months when she was killed by her husband. She was married, right? She was married at age 16 and now separated from her husband. 5 months later, the husband killed her. So do you see now why men are killing their women? So the first one was a girl refused to continue dating the boy because her family did not support it. The second one is the woman was being abused by her husband, and she wanted him to grant her divorce, and the man refused. In an attempt of her trying to leave, the man tried to bully her. In her self-defense, the man died. And look at this young lady again from Brazil. She also married at age 16. I wonder why people get married so early. Anyway, it's a cultural thing. So, you know, when these people married at this young age, and probably the man they get married to could be an adult. They marry at this young age, they cannot defend themselves, they are children, they don't know their left from right. So by the time they grew up, they got to understand themselves. Maybe they don't love that man. Maybe because they married at age 16 and as a child is what the parent wished them to do. But when they grew up to the age of 20, 25, they now realize, come on, what am I doing? Where am I? I don't like this guy for anything. So they will fall in love with someone they love. So now who is to be blamed? Their parent, the culture and traditions. The culture and traditions are to be blamed. It happens also in my country, Nigeria, that people are already married at age 7. Age 7, someone is married. Age 9, someone is married. So marriage is not meant to be slavery. So when you marry at that young age, you are being imprisoned and controlled by a man who is 10 times or 20 times older than you. By the time the woman realizes themselves and want to leave the relationship, then the men will end up killing them. Do you see the reason why men are killing their women? Because some marriage were contracted outside the consent of the innocent young child, and that their parents are the main factors that lead to the death of these girls or young women. And the parents are backed up by cultures and traditions of the parents. The parents try to make the children to live their own life, not their life. So because the parents come from a culture that they have to marry at 16, so that child must marry at 10, 11, 12 to 16 to a man 20 times older than her. And by the time she grew up and find herself that, okay, now I am 25, I'm matured, I know what I want, I don't want this man, I want to get into a relationship with someone that I will love, then the man will kill her. That's very sad. That's really sad. Very, very sad. Trying to see if we can, very sad. So in France, right? So Marie-Amélie was stabbed to death by her husband, Sebastian, Sebastian Vallet. That happened in France. And this woman was age 36. He attacked her with a knife before confessing to the police a few days later. He killed himself in prison. So what did he kill himself for? You've killed a woman and now you're killing yourself. So that means the fight continues on the other side. Yeah, the other side, that way. So they died, they cross over, the fight continues. So who will settle it? God will settle it. So it's so disgusting that men are killing women. Oh my God. I can't continue to be reading all this, right? 100 women, right, are being killed. Influential women are being killed by their partners. If you are in a relationship, all of you there, those women and young girls that you are there, you're not even married. You're blabbing your mouth. You're blabbing everywhere. When you hear that somebody left their marriage, you say, oh, that one, I knew she was going to leave the marriage. Have you married before? Have you? So if you have not married before, stop judging married people. Because marriage, it's like, I would never stop saying that it's like a wrapping paper. Every year, 100 full of foil. Every year one is unwrapped, and what will come out of that, you don't know. So I don't support any woman being in an abusive relationship. If your husband raises his hand on you, sister, find your way. Your pastor will say, we will pray. Let us pray. Separation doesn't mean divorce. Separate and get a place and stay with your children while the pastor and yourself continue the prayer. Because when a man starts to hit you, if he hits you once and nothing is being done, he takes pleasure in hitting you. And you don't know the day he will hit you and you just fall down and die. Because even those people that they are saying they are praying for people, their marriage also needs attention. So women should stop killing, or men should stop killing women. Women are to be respected, dignified for all the things they have done. They're helping men, helping their children, taking care of the family. They're supposed to be dignified and respected, not to be disrespected. And mothers, this is 21st century. We need to fight against tradition of young girls giving to marriage at a very tender age. From all the lists I have read, I'm not finished, all the lists I've read from today, you find out that I cannot read all of them. It's always like they married very young. By the time they grew up, their eyes are open. You know, like the case of Adam and Eve, their eyes are open. They want to have a relationship of themselves. They want to fall in love. They don't want to be in a marriage that was arranged. So arranged marriage, if I am a governor tomorrow or a prime minister tomorrow, I will abolish what they call arranged marriage. Marriage should be contracted by love, true love, for love, in love, not for parents' sake, for culture's sake, for tradition. Culture. I am speaking on culture now. African culture needs revival. In fact, it needs visitation. Maybe visitation by God, because I can't imagine even learned people, as learned as Africans are, they are still indulging in domestic violence. They are indulging in domestic violence. So, domestic violence is not for illiterate or the less privileged or the poor. In fact, it's the top officials that are involved in domestic violence against their wife, against their partners. And they just want to use that. I said some of the things I'm going to say is also going to be from my own, from what I've seen, from life experiences, from what I saw, from what I hear. It's a culture. Because if you're a parent and you grew up a child, and that child grew up to see that the father is always spanking the mother, abusive to the mother, ridiculing the mom, trampling on her, screaming at her, calling her names, the son is learning the same trend. You'll be so shocked that your son, as young as 18, you just hear the girlfriend will tell you that your son slapped me, I quit the relationship. Because children emulate us. What we do, they see, and they will do the same to their wives. So the problem now is in the parents. A psychological theory says nature versus nurture. So if we want to eradicate domestic violence in families in Africa, we the parents need to be role models. We need to be role models to our children. We need to practice what we expect our children to practice. But not that you're a big man driving your Range Rover, all the Mercedes Benz. As soon as you come down from the car, you start swearing on your wife. Why? So I mentioned that culture because the great-grandfathers, they use beating of their wives as a way of showing authority, supremacy. That makes them a man, and they find pleasure in hitting and beating and molesting their partner because they just want to say, I am the man. Come on, this is not the time for I'm the man. Respect is not bought, right? But you have to earn respect from your wife. You don't beg people to respect you, but your attribute, your character, your attitude, your behavior makes people to respect you. So if you want your wife to respect you, you have to love your wife. You have to be honest to your wife. Some of them will go out, they take the money. I leave culture now. Now is the home front. They will take the money that they're supposed to give to their wife to beautify themselves, to look good, and go and have what we call extramarital affairs. And they say the nickname of a man is a dog. That is shit. Nothing like that. That is rubbish. Any man that is a cheat forever. Nobody give a nickname. They say nickname of a man is a dog. That's not true. Any man that cheat and call himself a dog, good for you. But they are responsible men. I am happy that the statistics shows that 80% of men in Africa are violent towards their wives and partner, which means that they are that little 20% of men. There are 20% of men who are cool-headed, loving, caring, and cherishing their wives, and they grow old with their wife and children. So, I don't know which percent you belong as a man. All I'm saying is that men should stop killing their wives. Stop killing your women. We are not flies. We are not flies that you can be beating us and be killing us anyhow. In Jamaica, in the Caribbean, the same thing. Men are killing women. They shoot them, they stab them, they murder them everywhere. So you see, it's all over the place. If men need to do fasting and prayer, they should do the fasting and prayer. But I am here this morning to say, you love the woman, you propose to her, and promise to live with her. So whatever has changed to make you to hate the woman, you need to go and pray. And if you know that you can no longer live peacefully with that woman, let her go in peace. And stop beating and killing of women. Extramarital affairs. When you begin to see a woman outside that she's better than your wife, and you begin to compare your wife to the woman outside, then you're going to hate your wife. And don't forget that your secretary, she might not even be married, and you're sleeping with your secretary. And if you marry her, tomorrow she will be like your wife. Because all of us women, we were all the same like that, your secretary. Our breasts were all ping-pong standing. Our shape was looking, our stomach was very flat, and we were also sexy, as people will call it, until you met us and put us in a family way. But it doesn't mean that if a woman has given birth, maybe the stomach is not what it used to be, that she should be treated less favorable. And then you will leave your wife and go and spend your money outside, and then you will come home and leave your wife tattered. I want to let you know that if your wife is tattered, you are tattered. If your wife is clean, you are clean. If your wife is beautiful, you are beautiful. If your wife is ugly, you are ugly. So whatever you've done to your wife, the shame comes back to you, not only to the woman. Yes, the shame comes back to you as well. So men, stop killing women. The last word is that we are not flies. And even flies deserve to live because they are in their own world. If you're tired of a woman, let her go in peace. Stop killing the women. It's too much. Thank you.